Hello and welcome back to our third year of Katie's Dreamland. Now, I will be honest with you, it's been a while since I've actually seen any of this going on because I did my first 2 years of recording a couple of weeks ago, probably a month or two ago now. So, if I'm a little bit lost on where I'm doing, that will be the reason why. But I've been watching them, and when I edited the last couple of years, I've sort of seen what's been going on. So here we can see we're very busy. We've got a lot of money. We've got £30,000, which is, let's be honest, wow. So let's do some advertising campaigns. That was definitely something that I've been doing in this park and really helps out. So let's think about which rides might need some advertising campaigns. If we have a bit of a look around, there's not many people queuing up for Ashley Splashley's, the log flumes. So I think what we can do is we'll find Ashley Splashley's. We'll start a campaign for that. We'll also start a campaign for the park in general. That will definitely help a lot of people get to the park and just improve our park rating. That's a good start. One thing I think is quite key to remember is we're just trying to get a park value of 15,000 at the end of October year 3. So if we have a look in the money area of the, I guess, the finance screen, our park value is £22,873.30, which really means we have achieved that. We just need to keep it up for this whole year. So I think it'd be great just to use this as an opportunity to build some cool things. Potentially roller coasters. We have the opportunity to make a wooden wild mouse roller coaster, a steel mini roller coaster, a mine train roller coaster, steel roller coaster, a stand-up steel roller coaster, a suspended single rail roller coaster, or a bobsleigh roller coaster. Or we could go for any other sorts of rides. So we could have go-karts. They usually go down well. Another water slide, another log flume. What else can we make that's quite big and elaborate? Nothing I can really see there. One thing I've noticed as I'm sort of viewing the whole sort of park is that we don't actually have a haunted house. When I was editing one of the recent ones that have probably just been released as I'm recording this, but basically I mentioned that because we're naming a lot of the rides after the mods in the old school RuneScape team, that the haunted house ride had to be called or named after Mod Ghost, because obviously that just makes so much sense. So I think I just want to make sure I get that in game for him, for that reference. So I want to get rid of some of these trees, or I was getting rid of a bunch of trees there for a minute. We'll go back down. We'll add our ghost house. So there we go. We'll make ourselves a path. And that actually, is that attached? Yeah, that's attached. I thought we had to make another line of queue. So price, I'm not that bothered about adding additional prices to this ride. In fact, I think I want to go around and check all of the rides, making sure that, yeah, this ride is a decent amount of money, the other ride is a decent amount of money, and so on. Simply for the fact that we get the majority of our money from our park entrances. So if we have a better quality park, more people will come in, can make more money, because they're paying that park entrance fee. So, Haunted House 1, that's going to be free. I just want to call this one Ghost's House. Simply for the fact that, like I said before, Mod Ghost, Ghost's House. He is one of the great artists we've got on the old school RuneScape team. So, whilst that's being opened, and people are starting to go on it, I'm going to review all the prices of these rides. So Space 1992, I think that should be... In fact, I'm just going to make them all free, because I don't really see like I said, I don't really see the point in having people charge for them. If we end up having to, if we lose loads of money from this, then I will probably assess it and that makes them all 50 pence. Try and bump up the price a little bit again. But basically, hopefully, we can just improve the quality of the entire park, and people will enjoy it a lot more, and come to the park and give us more money in the long term. So have I done the... Which rides have I done now? Don't quite know. Apparently Day has been struggling to be fixed, so I'm just going to check the mechanics. It looks like he's on his way, so that's fine. Yeah, let's make Night and Day. They can be cheap. I think the on-ride photos can still be £1.20. But the actual admission for the ride, that can be free. I think this will be a great year, especially for the whole park, the park as a whole. So we'll make this one free. Matt's Den. Can't even remember calling it that. Ronan's Riders, we'll get that down. We'll take down Ian Go Round. We got Silver Valley Steamers, that's 0 now. Where else have we got? Yeah, the Storm, obviously. That's quite an expensive ride. Hopefully a lot more people will go on that one now. It does look quite fun. However, it does have quite a high intensity rating. In fact, it has a very high intensity rating. John's Twist, we'll take that all the way down. Free. And I think the last ride is somewhere underneath the ground. Here we go. The Runaway Plumber. We'll click the price tab. And we'll make that free. Awesome. That's a good strong start to this year 3. And we have just unlocked a hedge maze. So I suppose if we feel like it, we can make a hedge maze in a bit. I'm just going to make sure I did actually get all of the rides there. Is there a profit? So Ashley Splashley's, for example, is still charging people for admission, so we'll take that down. If a ride's making profit, then you've got to question it. Luckily, looks like our plan is working. Guests commenting that our park entrance fee is very cheap, and we can make more money if we increase it. So we'll make it go from 30 to 35 pounds. Hopefully we can get some more advertising campaigns for, say, what's the Storm, which is a train roller coaster. Advertising campaign for the park. That would be good. Yes. I think that will be quite good. What else can we have? We could have potentially free entry to the park. However, that's where we get all our money. Free rides on a particular ride. I think that's kind of funny because hopefully they should all be free. So we can kind of do that. Free candy floss. That sounds quite nice. And half price entry to the park sounds much better. I don't want to give out free entry because that is our main source of income. That and shops, which I don't really know how much they make. Okay, so one of our rides has just crashed, unfortunately. Well, not crashed. Not that extreme. We're not that horrible here. Just had a bit of an issue where the safety cut out on John's Twist. But luckily, one of our great mechanics fixed that. We do have quite a few handymen. I think I want to add some handymen just for mowing the grass, if I'm honest, because it can be annoying when you add just handymen and they start mowing the grass, but then you realise it looks quite nice. So I just think general handymen to help mow the grass would be really nice, and hopefully add a nice aesthetic to the whole place. They should get to work and do a lot of mowing. As for mechanics, I think a few more could be added easily. security guards, we'll get a few more of those. There's not many currently. And again, with the entertainers, and we'll add some entertainers. I definitely want to make sure that our general park is up to scratch. So, for example, we've got a few broken chairs. Fix that. Fix some broken lights. Make sure we've got plenty of chairs, plenty of lights, plenty of bins, just for everyone to enjoy. That is good. Maybe even some lights. I'm not that much of a fan of the lights, but they do kind of give a nice aesthetic to it. Now, I kind of feel like I'm kind of doing a few things here, adding lights, adding staff. Kind of, it's nice, but it's not essential. So I'm tempted to think, what else can I add ride-wise? Do we have any space for rides? Do we have, I mean, what capacity for rides? Potentially we could have a Wild Mouse roller coaster, because they're not massive. We've got a decent amount of space for one. And I think it'll be really good for me to experiment with adding these kinds of rides. I kind of want to make a bobsled roller coaster, however, the previous attempt, about year 2 or so, when I ended up making Night and Day, was terrible. It crashed. I didn't like that at all. But I think we could easily add a roller coaster. I think that's a good start. A little strange, but I'm sure it can work. See, the problem with these roller coasters is I always find them too small. However, depending on the test results of this roller coaster, I think it could work. So, unfortunately, I don't really have anywhere for a queue to be on it. So I kind of want to demolish it and just build it a little bit further out from the path. There we go. This is much better. We've got some space for a queue if we want one. Oh, more trees are in the way. I think I can't wait until I get onto RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, because they had the clear scenery button, which was so much nicer. You could just clear out large areas, similar to when you dig and change the landscape on this game, and also similar to the water tool, where you can sort of choose how big an area you affect. So, that's not what the roller coaster was before. It went down, round, up a steepish hill. Don't know if it will actually be able to do that. So if we go down here, then we can go up. Well, it's not the exact same roller coaster as before. I definitely want to work on it a little bit more, but at least we've got some space for a queue if it works well. Get rid of those trees in the way. I must admit, our park is not very environmentally friendly. Well, it should be fine. In fact, I think if if we stop the roller coaster. Oh no, I was gonna say if we stop the roller coaster from working, so if it does have an issue, they can't crash. Okay, so it was very quick. I think it's a good start for a roller coaster. However, I mean, I should probably think it through a little bit more. For example, it's just incredibly fast. If we get up the settings screen, wrong setting screen, it's 15 seconds. So I think we could probably make it last a little bit longer, and maybe make it a little bit more fun. One thing I actually want to do is make it so it doesn't take those really small turns. I've never been a fan of those turns. In all the time I've played this game, I would say the only reason anyone should use it is if you're lacking in space. Is the roller coaster in the way, did it say, or I think it's just the land? Yeah, the land's in the way there. So this is much nicer. There we go. I think this is still quite a fast ride. But I don't know, just aesthetically to me, that looks better. And I hope it works as well. In fact, I feel that the speed of the carts is slightly different as well. I know it's effectively doing pretty much the exact same thing, but it feels different. If you have a look at the ride time, it's 19 seconds as opposed to 15, and hopefully when the stats come through, we can see that it will be enjoyable. I didn't really pay that much attention to the original one's stats. However, this has an excitement rating of medium, intensity rating of medium, and a nausea rating of low, which, if I'm honest, I think I saw the other one say it, but like I said, I didn't pay any real attention to it, so it could have been something completely different. I think what I want to do now is add a queue for this ride. Yeah, this will work fine. Okay, wonderful. Obviously it has to be free. I've got to come up with some kind of ride name, which if we're going for the J-Mods and the Old School RuneScape team, I'm not entirely sure who I've done. I don't think I've done I guess Mobmaz. I don't know if Mobmaz is officially an Old School RuneScape team member or whether, because when she originally joined the team they said it's temporary, but that's been a while now. So I'm gonna name this one after Archie. Oh whoops, that's the wrong button. Trying to come up with a name, just Archie's Coaster or Archie's. So we've got Archie's, which is our wooden wild mouse roller coaster. Had a few interesting recent messages though. So we've unlocked a new boat hire unlocked a new boat for the boat hire, the water tricycles. It's surprisingly awkward to say when you're just trying to say it kind of quickly. And strangely enough, boat 4 of Catherine's Cruisers has yet to return. So, what's happening to boat 4? So it seems to be a small group of them that have just decided to float around this area. Boat 6, boat 4. Perhaps we can. I don't particularly want to ruin the landscape, but I was thinking perhaps we can move it slightly to encourage them to leave. Yeah, we could do that. Like that. That could work. Oh gosh, there seems to be a really strange bit of land here. I think it might just be the tree there. Okay, that seems to be working-ish. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's working. Boat 4 seems to be going back. Yeah, boat 4's just gone back. So I think if we get any more messages, we can just play about with the boat area, but that seems to fix that. And we just seem to be having quite a few breakdowns. I should probably check some of these rides, making sure they're actually being checked every 20 minutes. Because I'm sure that inspections are individual to every ride, but every ride I seem to be adding, they have 20-minute inspection times. In fact, I probably should check the Haunted House, which seems to be doing really well. Every 30 minutes, okay, so that needs to be every 20 minutes. And Archie's is currently, I'm pressing the wrong button. It was 30, now it's every 20 minutes. So I just need to check, I suppose, all the other rides. Yeah, they all seem to be on 20, although Silver Valley Steamer is on 30. Change that. Wow! Okay, we are getting some amazing results this year. So, hopefully, this will be a really interesting race. So we're starting off, blue is in the lead, closely followed by red and yellow. In fact, red's just overtaken blue, purple's overtaking blue to get into second place, closely followed by yellow and blue having a bit of a fight to get that third place. Yellow's just about to overtake blue, I think, any moment soon. There we go, there it was. We've got red and purple battling out for first. Red's currently in the lead, but purple looks like it's about to win. And there we go, purple is in the lead. The last place is orange and brown. Purple is coming up to the end, along with red and then yellow. Closely followed by green, blue, turquoise, white, pink, purple, black, and brown. Purple won and is doing a victory lap, whereas red and yellow came second and third. That was a very thrilling ride. I have not seen a go-kart with so many karts on it before.